You are now watching Teen Crew.
It's your girl Jayy.
And I'm Nailah.
And welcome to Teen Crew, brought to you by Open Mic Production and Vending. Today, for our topic under school, we're going to talk about teachers and guards overstepping their boundaries. What's your take on it, Nailah?
I feel that teachers and security guards, they should just stay in their own lane. Like, security guards, if you're a security guard, don't feel like you can just do whatever you want, because that's not the case. Like, just stick to what you're supposed to do as your job, because that's what you were hired for.
And I feel like teachers tend to overstep their boundaries. Like the way they're teaching now, they tend to act more like a parent, but not in a good way. It's more like trying to be more aggressive. Right. That's not how it should be.
What do you think about peer-to-peer accountability?
I feel like that we depend on our peers to try to fit in a way, and I feel like that we look at our peers to try to be better. When in reality, we really just need to be ourselves, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
Right, like you should be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else. Like what's the point of doing that? Like you a follower. Like you shouldn't do that.
And then, what do you feel about alternative schools? Do you feel like they help us or hurt us?
I think they help in certain situations. Like if it's like between two students, like maybe separating the other and going to a different school, that's good. But if it's like something different, like it's not gonna do nothing. Like it's not gonna benefit the student either way.
I feel like with alternative schools, it really don't help people, because you're separating them from the rest of the crowd, from the rest of the people they're used to being with, and it could make them feel like they're monsters or they're different from everybody else,
right,
when they really just probably need help guiding them because they have other problems.
Right. And speaking about school, how do you feel about these lunches?
I hate it, because I feel like that they're trying too hard to make everything healthy, and they don't realize that now that they're making everything more healthy for us, we're really not eating it now. Right. And we rather go to vending machines or the stands they got to eat junk food instead of eating lunch.
Right. At my school, they don't have nothing healthy. They serve junk food. The food is disgusting. Like the pizza is even disgusting, and that's sad. And they serve the same stuff every single day, which I hate, because like it's only one line when they serve something different, and that it's always nasty. Like you just don't want to eat it.
Yeah, I know the feeling. What do you feel about discipline in schools?
I believe it's good in my school, because they give you like 3 tries, and then like they'll give you a detention. And I believe that's okay, because like maybe the student, like they can fix themselves before they get in trouble.
I feel like our discipline is too much for certain situations. I feel like it would be better if they learn to give us the right discipline for the right situations. Right. What do you feel about image?
I feel like it's a lot of students that like they try to like be like everybody else, and you should start your own trends and do whatever you want to do first.
Yeah, I feel like our image is everything to us too, and with that we tend to overdo things and mess things up for ourselves. Right. Trying to be like everybody else and stuff that we see or people we see, instead of just being what we really are, who we truly are.
And that people, they try to fit in, like they try to do drugs and stuff. I don't think that's cool personally. I think that's nasty. You shouldn't do drugs and alcohol. But how do you feel?
I feel like when it comes to drugs and alcohol, I can understand why some people do it, but at the same time I feel like you should have a limit to what you're doing, because at the end of the day you are a teenager. Your body still hasn't developed yet. Right. And you can eventually mess up your body to it. But I feel like it depends on what drugs it is. Like certain drugs, I feel like they're not really that harmful. But other drugs, I feel like, okay, you need to calm down on it. You need
right.
to relax. You need to get it together.
Right. And like as some things like that we be doing, like our family, like our parents, they don't like what we do. Like they don't think it's right. Like how do you feel about that?
I feel like that because our parents know us, and not even just parents but grandparents, siblings, because we're getting older and then we go through stuff, and then like drugs and stuff, that tends to affect us, which tends to affect our relationships with our family. Right. And from our family not understanding what we're going through, because teens do have a hard time explaining that, we tend to fall out with everybody.
Right. And like it can end relationships with our friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't like I never had that happen to me personally, but it's happened to one of my other friends, and I was like, wow, that's just...
Yeah. That I feel like with a lot of people, like, it's growing up, it's because, like, I guess it's because more so I'm understanding my life more, and I'm understanding who I want around me, who I don't. And so I tend to not accept certain people because, you know, I feel like they're not helping me in a
Right,
way.
and like with my future goal, like if you're not gonna be part of that, I don't want you. Like,
yeah, that's how I am. And I feel like with this, our self-acceptance come in, and a lot of teens do not accept this.
They really don't, and that's why they try to fit in with other people, and I don't believe that's right.
Me either. What's hot in the streets?
With music, I like you said, you like G Herbo. I like his new album. It was decent. Like, I don't really listen to him like that. I don't really listen to him like that, but it's a few songs on there that I like.
What's your favorite song on there?
But they be playing that I like a lot.
Yeah, I'm starting to low-key get tired of that song, but my favorite one I'll probably say is Everything.
Yeah.
What's up with you in fashion? What is your favorite types of things to wear?
Well, with shoes, I really like to wear Nike. I don't really mess with Jordans like that, because first of all, they cost too much. Anybody got time for that? But Nike, I like them. I got like a new pair of Pumas. I'm starting to be a fan of them, and I got some Adidas too. What about you?
My favorite kind of shoes, really anything like basketball type. Like I'm more like a kind of cool it out kind of person. I love mostly Nike like you do. And, I got like Jordans and Nikes. That's about it.
Right.
And I love like Nike slides, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I really don't
those.
like shoes, to be honest. So is there any new dances that you know of?
Well, I am a dancer, but right now I really don't know. Like, I know people hit the folks, they do the drop, all that stuff. But other than that, I don't be keeping up with stuff like that. Like on Instagram, like they be making those new videos. I don't keep up with that.
I dance, but like I'm starting to, I guess, come out of it a little bit. I don't really keep up with the trending topics now. But speaking of trending topics, the Kanika Jenkins situation, what do you feel on that?
I feel like it's confusing. Like they say one thing, like how the her friend set her up, which that I kind of believe that's the truth. But like the video says something totally different. Like she did it herself. But even if she did do it herself, why didn't her friends stop her? Like, why aren't they paying attention to her?
I feel like the situation got blown out of proportion by the media, like everything do. But I feel that she, in a way, she should have had some type of what is it? Not a point to where she knew she was starting to go overboard. But then again, I feel like her friends should have looked out for her. And you know, and then in the videos you saw how like she was tumbling drunk. It was noticeable that she was drunk, and it's a hotel, and you know people are out in a hotel, so how did anyone see her?
Right.
But this is our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in, and tune into our website at www.openmicproduction.net. That's www.openmicproduction.net. I'm Jay.
And I'm Nailah. And thanks for tuning in to Teen Crew.
Hey, I don't want no problems, and I'm sure you don't either. So what I think you should do is go to openmicproduction.net. They got the shop, they got Teen Crew, they got the lunchroom, they got the nosebleed section, they got all kind of stuff going on. They got Just King and his funky music. Hey, bro, I don't know who's over there doing it, but they're doing it. Whatever it is, they're doing it.